Pratt, and today we're on the campus of Calvin College in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Merze got the chance to interview Ruth Carter, Oscar-nominated Hollywood costume designer. She's designed Black Panther, Selma, and a bunch more movies. Come on, let's go.
Ms. Carter, we are very, very grateful to have you here for this exclusive interview today. So, today we are excited to learn about the amazing work that you do and what's next in the future.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored that you all invited me to be a part of this program.
So I watched Black Panther like a lot of people here. And how did you begin your research when you were designing the costumes?
Well, we have a team of curators, is what we call them, and they are given the job to research. And we decided on about 14 tribes that have lived around Africa. They're ancient tribes. A lot of the tribes around Africa don't live that way anymore, so we had to go into the books and into our research to find the way they looked years ago.
What was your favorite tribe? Because I've seen a lot of different designs from like Hausa Fulani, it seems,
Yes.
Igbo.
Yes.
So which one was your favorite tribe to work with?
I don't think I really had a favorite because I found so much beauty in all of them. The Fulani, the big Fulani earrings that the merchant tribe elder wore at the Warrior Falls, they were the big gold earrings that she had. Those I was so excited about. And then when you look at the Dora Milaje, they had some beadwork that was inspired by the Turkana tribes, and Shuri at the Warrior Falls, she wore a Dinka corset.
As a young woman working in media or creative arts, I'm curious as to what a role model looks like. Who have you worked with that acts as a role model to you?
Well, I work with Spike Lee, and sometimes we think our role models will be of the same gender, you know, girl to girl, but sometimes our role models are other people that aren't as conventional. So Spike Lee was a role model for me because he was the first person to hire me in the film industry.
I know that you have created costumes for all types of movies, from Dr. Dolittle, the Teen Beach movie, Selma to Black Panther. Is it easier to create costumes for fiction or nonfiction films?
That's a good question. I go about nonfiction and fiction in the same way. I have to research. I have to understand the characters that I'm getting ready, that I'm dressing. And so for nonfiction like Black Panther, we had to make everything up.
Well, I see that you've been designing costumes for over 30 years now. Which one was your toughest costume to make?
Oh, wow. Oh, goodness. They're all pretty tough. The Black Panther was tough. The Dora Milaje was really tough. Let's see. I'm going to say the toughest costume to make was the Black Panther.
What inspired you to start making costumes?
You guys have good questions. Jeez. I was inspired to make costumes because I feel like I like to tell stories.
What did you do different for your costumes in Black Panther than your other movies?
Well, I think the big difference was that because I always put African culture in my films. Sometimes it doesn't mean that it's direct, like Black Panther. You see beads in Africa, you see beads in Black Panther. Sometimes it's just the color palette feels very African inspired. When you think of Do the Right Thing, that was one of my movies. It's very rich in color. So the question is, what did I do different? Okay, I think the biggest difference was all of the materials that I worked with. You're a tough audience.
Do you have any bond with any of the cast members?
I do. I love Lupita. Lupita Nyong'o, who played Nakia, she had so many costumes, and she was always in disguise. She started out as a Nigerian captive, and then she flings off her costume, and she's a war dog and a fighter. And then she's in the Royal Talon Fighter, and she's a girlfriend to T'Challa. And then she goes to the Warrior Falls, and she's in her traditional costume as the fierce warrior of the River Tribe. And then she's a Bond girl going to the casino in a gown. Every time I turned around, she was something different.
So I read that when you did your costumes for Martin Luther King and Selma, you made the collars of the shirt a little tight so that his neck wouldn't try to come out of his pants. And so, is there any other costumes that you changed so the characters would look like they did in your life?
Yes, wow, you guys did your research. Jeez. I would say Malcolm X, because he started out as kind of a streetwise guy in his zoot suits, and then he became a national speaker. So his clothes went from wild and colorful and lively, where he was dancing in them, to being very stoic as the national speaker for the Nation of Islam. And then he left the Nation of Islam and he went to follow more of traditional Islam. So he changed again. And so his clothes became a little looser, still respectful in a suit and tie, but not so rigid.
So I know that you do movies like Ruth and Black Panther, like for adult movies, but do you also do movies for like Disney Channel?
I did a Teen Beach movie, which was fun. We did that in Puerto Rico on the beach all summer. Sounds like it's a great time, but no.
My question was that you have Oscar nominations for Amistad and Roots. Was there any movies that you feel you deserved or could have gotten an Oscar nomination for?
Of course, all of them. Well, the Oscar race is tough, because out of maybe 500 movies that are done throughout the year, they only pick 5. They only pick 5 that are in the race for the Oscar. So the first prize is in your heart. That's what you are aiming for, to get the best job that you can do from your own perspective, and then you don't worry about whether somebody else says you've gotten the first prize.
So we want to give you this merchandise.
Ooh, Merze. How do you pronounce it?
Merze.
Merze Tate. Got it.
And
Thank
also
you.
a certificate.
Ooh, wow. Wow. I am loving this. Thank you so much, girls. You did a great job with your questions. Very insightful. And I hope that you have a great education and you pursue your life's dream